Can animal behavior help predict earthquakes? Scientists all over the world are looking for ways to predict earthquakes so they can warn people of the danger and save lives. Some of them believe that animals can help predict earthquakes because animals often show unusual behavior before an earthquake happens. The earliest story about strange animal behavior before earthquake is from ancient times. According to this story, many animals left a city in ancient Greece several days before a huge earthquake destroyed the city. Since then, historians have reported similar stories about pets running away and dogs barking endlessly. There are even stories about snakes waking up from their winter sleep a short time before severe earthquakes. A more recent event was reported by scientists who were studying frogs in a pond in Italy in 2009. They reported that all the frogs suddenly disappeared a short time before a serious earthquake hit the area. According to the scientists, the frogs felt the danger when they sensed small movements in the ground. The frogs came back a few days after the earthquake. In China, there are many earthquakes. Changes in animal behavior have been used in an attempt to predict earthquakes. For years, the Chinese government has asked people to report signs of unusual animal behavior. On February 4, 1975, the government warned the citizens of Beijing of a coming earthquake. It told them to leave their city mainly because people had reported strange animal behavior. The next day, a severe earthquake hit the city. The government's actions prevented a large number of people from being killed or injured. Most scientists, however, do not support the idea that animal behavior is a reliable way to predict earthquakes, because animals have behaved strangely for many reasons. They say that the Chinese government has attempted to predict earthquakes using this method many times, but most of the time it failed. In fact, it succeeded in predicting only the earthquake in 1975. Although there are some scientists who believe animals may feel the signs of coming earthquake, they also claim that they can't rely on animal behavior to help them. One of these scientists is Dr. Ruth Gibson. Says, I believe that some animals behave strangely because they detect early movement of the ground. However, they sense the danger only a short time before the people do, which doesn't leave scientists enough time to warn people. Answer the questions in English. 1. What information is given in lines 1 to 4? 1. How many times animals help scientists predict earthquakes? 2. How many people were saved by earthquake warnings? 3. What to do when you get an earthquake warning? 4. Why scientists thinking animals can help predict earthquakes? 2. What do we learn from lines 5 to 10? 1. Why people in ancient Greece had pets? 2. What historians wrote about animal behavior? 3. How people behave during earthquakes? 4. How often there were earthquakes in ancient Greece? 3. Dogs and snakes are mentioned in lines 5 to 10 as animals that 1. Left a city during an earthquake. 2. Scientists study very often. 3. Behave strangely before an earthquake. 4. Lived in many cities in ancient Greece. 4. How did the frogs feel that the pond wasn't safe? Lines 11 to 15. 5. The scientists that are mentioned in lines 11 to 15 explained 1. What caused the earthquake? 2. Why the frogs left the pond. 3. Where the frogs disappeared to. 4. Why they were studying frogs. 6. Put a V by 2 correct answers. What do we learn about the Chinese government from lines 16 to 22? 1. What information it wanted to get from people. 2. How it helped animals during earthquakes. 3. What it did to help people injured in earthquakes. 4. How it built the city again after the earthquake. 5. How it used the reports it got from people. 6. How it took care of animals that behaved strangely. 7. The warning mentioned in lines 19 to 20 was helpful. Copy the words in lines 16 to 22 that show this. 8. According to lines 23 to 27, most scientists believe that 1. Animal behavior may help predict earthquakes. 2. Most animals can feel the signs of a coming earthquake. 3. Many things can cause unusual animal behavior. 4. People should pay more attention to animal behavior. 9. According to scientists, what were the results of the Chinese government's attempt to predict earthquakes using animal behavior? Line 23 to 27. 10. According to Dr. Gibson, why can't scientists rely on unusual animal behavior to warn people of earthquakes? Lines 28 to 33. Writing presentation. You went to a special party that you enjoyed. Describe the party and why you enjoyed it. Write 70 to 90 words.